Welcome to Good Mythical More. I'm a little afraid of this more because even though it does involve baked goods, I think it's also gonna involve doing math in our heads.
Multiple times.
Just to see like how much an individual of something costs. Not to be sold individually. Every time I read that on packaging, it scares me too.
You can go to a federal prison.
Oh my God, what if I accidentally sell one of these individually?
You don't want to find out.
We have a voicemail apparently, let's check it.
Fun fact, you can't hum while holding your nose.
I'm not falling for it, dude. Not falling for it.
It'll pop your ears if you try it.
You can't hum while holding your nose.
It'll come out your eyes. Why don't you try it?
Why don't you try it?
Well, I get nosebleeds.
You can't hum while...
Did you have those kids in elementary school or middle school that like would sell things, like individual things? Like, I'm selling a piece of gum for 5 cents, like little entrepreneurs, you know?
Stevie, you're getting your middle school and prison experiences mixed up.
Did you ever take anybody up on that offer?
I don't believe, I can't recall.
Those are the
I'm sure
future
I
business
respected
leaders
it.
of America, Stevie.
Yeah, I think I respected
Entrepreneurs.
it. You know, I respect the hustle on that.
It's like Gary Vee.
You want, hey, I'm Gary Vee, you wanna.
Gary Vee still goes to middle schools.
And he want this,
and sells very small amounts of things.
you want this half bottle of wine? I haven't finished it.
Yeah, he sells kid wine. It's not quite fermented yet.
I see that we have these here.
Yeah,
so that
I
we can
thought
write
part
down.
of your nerves that you were gonna state, because this is something for me. I'm very bad at how things, like how much things cost.
How things cost.
How things cost. So
'Cause you're out of touch with
I'm not gonna tell you how things
economy.
cost. You're gonna have to guess how things cost and then do math.
But
So-
am I allowed to do the math on the
Yeah.
whiteboard? Oh,
Yeah.
Huh. Well, then I don't have to do it in my head.
Yeah, but I can't do division anymore. Can you do like long division?
This is gonna be good for us.
I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show my work.
Do you know the division is just basically just the opposite of multiplication?
So like, see, like, look at that. The last time I wrote this, I can't even remember.
Okay, so
That
I
is
know the answer.
intimidating.
I know the answer is 1/2, but I don't know how you do it.
8 and a 4.
So do it. Do the work, because I don't know how to do it anymore.
Well, the way you do the work is you say 8 won't go into 4, so that's 0. And then you put a decimal and you put a 0 here. 8 will go into 40. You bring the decimal up, and then you say 8 times what is 40, and that's 5. So there's your answer. That's how you do it, kids. That's how you do it. 50 cents.
How did you remember
50 cents.
I mean, y'all have kids too that so, you know, you do their homework, you
I took
know,
4
as they
levels
grow
of
I
up.
have 3 kids.
Oh,
and-
I know.
and
I was
help them with
talking
all that.
on the
levels.
podcast weeks ago. We did an episode about fears, and one of my fears now has become when I have to calculate the tip, and I know how to do it, and I know like the easy tricks, but I feel like everyone's looking at me, and just like easy arithmetic becomes an issue.
I don't know.
I can't do division.
We also did an episode of Ear Biscuits on what we fear the most.
Oh.
So who's copying who here? Check out Stevie and Nagin's podcast, Best Friends Back. All right, to see if they did the same thing we did better than us.
Okay. You know, you didn't need to pick. Should we play
didn't-
this game?
We didn't
We're almost
open
5 minutes in.
We didn't open a time capsule.
Yeah. There's many. I mean,
That
did you?
that was a good idea.
We also, yeah.
Of course,
you had
we,
your
actually
whole.
we did that 10 years ago. Though.
You had your whole Sextember thing. We had an intimacy coordinator on the show.
Yep.
That was interesting. I've never felt more immature than when I was just giggling and Nagin was asking appropriate questions and they were having an appropriate conversation.
Best Friends Back. All right, check it out. That was your promo, Stevie.
Thank you.
All right, give me something.
Okay, so we're starting with something that you ate in the episode. The standard 8-count box of strawberry Pop-Tarts. if you were to pluck one out and not do any price gouging, how much you think that singular Pop-Tart would cost? How cost?
Well, maybe. How many? 8?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 times 8.
Okay.
So 8 times 4 is.
I just read the answer and I'm shocked. I would be so bad at this.
What's 24? 4, 9. What's 9 minus 4? 9. 8, 7, 6, 5. 5.
I'm interested to see if
8 times. So this needs to round up because 8 times 6.
I've already got my answer.
6. So
I did not show my work.
70. All right. 74 cents.
39 cents.
I said
Okay,
I said
well-
a box is $5.89 divided
So
by
that's
8.
where you went wrong. A box is $2.69, which
Yeah.
seems
Oh.
like a steal, I think.
For real, yeah.
So a singular Pop-Tart is 34 cents.
Dang,
Much
Red.
closer.
Yeah.
Wait, show your work. You don't get credit.
The work's in there, man.
It works in there.
Mr. 74 cents.
Okay, this is even a further reach, I think. A 12-count box of crunchy peanut butter Cliff Bars. Are you buying Cliff Bars nowadays in like a
yeah.
multi-pack?
Yeah,
you are.
yeah.
Okay, great.
12-count Cliff Bar?
Yeah. But Link knows all about this, so it'll be easy for him.
You buying Cliff Bars? You are buying Cliff Bars?
Like when I do activities outside, like it's good to put a Cliff Bar in your pocket, and like the kids can eat those. And it's here kids, put a Cliff Bar in your pocket. I have 12 of them. But I don't pay attention to prices because of that YouTube money.
Heard that. Heard that.
Shoot. These are expensive. I mean, just the amount of design that goes into the. Have you seen the person on a Cliff Bar? They're like they're about to die.
Yeah, they're on a cliff.
Like,
they're literally on a cliff.
Talk about being appetized.
I mean, the photo shoots
like,
alone are very pricey.
I know, yeah,
Yeah,
and,
right.
and especially when the insurance claims when the people do die.
Yeah,
Like, hold that pose. You're hanging by one hand.
right.
Woo!
Yeah, right.
Bring in the
and then
next
they bring
model.
The next one right in there.
Nothing makes me hungrier than seeing somebody fall to their death.
Yeah, they bury the dead one in oats. Just throw some oats right over them, and nobody will find
Right.
this.
And then overnight they soften and it's good fiber.
And then everybody eats the oats and the person.
See, you're not giving me time to do my math because you're talk to them while I do my math.
I've already done my math. I'll show my answer.
Hold on, I want to see your answer. 12 of these.
Let's see how long. Let's see how long this takes.
I bet a box cost $10.48.
You don't have to do all the specific math at this point.
So
You're also making it really hard on yourself by like a 49 cents situation.
Yeah, I mean, you could just say 90,
I respect it.
90
though.
cents.
I respect it.
maybe I think it's $12.
Intimans. Intimans. There's an in there. Intimans.
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 Let's get Intimans.
All right, I'm saying they're $1 a piece. That's actually still pretty good if you think about it. I bet it's more than that. Shoot.
I mean, the 12 count box is $12.79. So
Wow, they're
one
that
costs
expensive?
$1.07.
I mean, we just went through the whole reason why.
Yeah, I know, but I thought that when you buy a Clif Bar individually, they are about $1. But I just thought if you get the 12 pack, they're
No,
gonna
if
give
you buy them individually, you're paying $1.80.
Really?
Yeah, man.
All right.
And they're hard to eat too.
count. They're hard to eat.
They're not good.
Okay, yeah. 10 count box of Twinkies.
Okay.
The Twinkie photo shoots are much less expensive.
A
I have a
10
traumatizing experience with Intamins because. Are y'all familiar with Passover?
What is that?
It's a Jewish holiday, and
It's
oh
what, it's-
yeah, we did invite
yeah.
Larry King,
put the-
RIP, to come on and tell you about it.
If you put the blood on the door, then God doesn't kill your firstborn.
Exactly. That's exactly what we did when I was growing up. But no, you're not supposed to eat leavened bread. And I remember being at
Easier way
Harris
to do
Teeter,
this.
and they used to have like samples and things that they would give out. And I just popped one in my mouth, and my mom was like, "It's Passover. What are you doing?" And then I spit it out into my hand and cried.
Yeah, but God
I haven't
didn't kill you.
celebrated Passover in about 25 years. But that's how much it meant to me.
Quite a hole for yourself.
Thought I was going to be smoted right in the
Smited.
Harris Teeter. What do we got?
I think it's $4, so I went with 40 cents.
$6.89 divided by 10. I realized I could do that. I could do that by moving the decimal.
Twinkies are a steal, $3.49, so 35 cents per Twinkie.
Wow. I doubled the price of a box of
almost
Twinkies.
said $3.50. I should have gone with my stink.
I mean, these numbers were pulled pre-inflation.
These are from our local Target, actually.
Yeah, man, this is the latest.
Don't be defensive.
This is the latest California Target pricing.
Family size package of double stuffed Oreos.
Oh, well, now we got to really
Well,
think about.
so how many?
Oh, it's
You're not
just-
telling us how many?
Exactly.
don't
There's a
tell us
bonus
how
point
many.
here. You have to guess how many, and then
Oh,
you have
I
to
love
guess how
this.
much.
Ooh, I like this one.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Now I'm having fun. Okay.
Are you familiar with Yom Kippur?
Uh-uh.
That's a little Jewish holiday.
You got a Yom Kippur story?
How much would I be willing to pay for?
Okay. I can't do more. Okay. And then, I mean, there's less in there than you think.
Oh, I like how this math is working out.
Okay.
So I guessed that there were 28 in a pack. How many did you guess were in a pack?
I said that there were 32 in a pack.
Okay, so we're close. And I said it was $5.89 for the thing.
I said it was $4, so I went with 12 cents.
So 21 cents.
Okay, you're. Well, I was going to say something nice, but no.
Yeah, don't do that.
It has 48 cookies, which is depressing to me because I do purchase this item and I do consume it, and my family size is 2, and it cost $4.59. So a singular Oreo is just 9 cents.
9 cents, okay.
See, this is an interesting thing that's happening here because
You're losing.
I don't buy things. I don't like to spend money on things, but yet when I'm pricing things, I thought this was a reasonable. I'm overpricing everything.
Yeah, because you're scared.
Yeah, you can't price scared.
You're scared. You're scared of
Right.
potential prices.
You're right. I gotta be bold with it. I just don't believe in fair pricing.
Well, you
anymore.
have to think about how efficient they've gotten at making things like Oreos. They're getting. I mean, the margins for that company are so low at this point, but they're making so many Oreos that they can run a business. You know, you can't be selling Oreos for $6.
Okay, let's see if I can course correct.
Well, we're gonna switch things up. So I'm gonna give
Okay.
you
Now,
two options.
I'm just getting the hang of this.
You're gonna guess which one of them costs more
Okay.
for like a singular one.
Okay.
You understand?
This is more like a lightning round.
Which one? Guess which individual piece
Yeah.
is more?
A 16 count value pack of Rice Krispie treats versus a super 6-pack of Maruchan ramen.
A super 6-pack of ramen.
Super is spelled like soup.
$16-pack of Rice Krispie treat. Is it the little ones? The little hotel boxes?
Hotel boxes.
Like continental breakfast boxes?
I think there's a standard size Rice Krispie treat, and I believe this
Oh, Rice
is that
Krispie
size.
treat.
And which one costs more? Between the two? Individually, which one costs more?
One costs more, yeah.
Which one costs more?
Okay.
Okay. Again, I'm showing my work.
I went with ramen.
And as is very clear by my chart, I also went with ramen. The Super 6 ramen pack versus a 16 Rice Krispie treat.
You would think, huh? But no, actually, by a little hair, Rice Krispie treats cost more because the super, spelled like soup, pack of ramen is $1.99,
Oh,
meaning each
$1.99.
one is 33 cents. But
See,
Rice
I said that
Krispie
Rice Krispie was 33 cents.
is $5.59, so they cost 35 cents.
Is it just me, or are Rice Krispie treats like some of the hardest thing to like totally nail? When you buy the pre-made Rice Krispie treats, and like
You're building things
they're
with Rice Krispie treats?
they're perfect.
Now I'm intrigued.
I think
They're
that the
perfect. And then-
packaged ones have a little bit of a chemically taste if you make them at home and then like
Yeah, but
compare.
Agreed.
Okay, you may be right, but
They're great for
but the
Passover.
consistency of a homemade Rice Krispie treat is
Mushier.
all over the map.
Yeah.
No, it's not mushier. It's all over the map.
Oh, I haven't experienced the harder home version.
Like too hard at home version.
What makes
Yeah.
a Rice Krispie treat? What's the other ingredient besides
Marshmallow.
Butter.
Marshmallow.
Marshmallows are not kosher.
She knows.
This
that.
is right. That is right.
Okay.
Cassie went through a homemade Rice Krispie treat phase.
Could
She's
she
the-
do it?
Yeah, she's the type, she has those like snack and culinary fixations for a period of time, and then she switches to the next one, and Rice Krispies homemade were one for a while, and it was
love
not
that.
good to me. It was not good
I
to
love
me.
that about Cassie, that
Yeah.
she gets into something and then she's like, I'm moving on to something else.
Yeah.
I don't like how the bottom of my shirt makes it look like I've got kind of like a spare tire.
It's good. It's good for you. It's good for you.
Okay, you want one more? Last one. What's the score?
I'm winning. But not by much.
You know what I'm realizing? It's that I just
By a
have
couple?
spare tire.
A 50 count pack of Totino's pizza rolls
Oh, crap.
versus a 6-pack of Airheads.
6-pack of Airheads, a 50-pack of Totino's.
50 pack.
An Airhead is like an elongated, flattened taffy.
Yeah.
Well, obviously they want us to go with the surprising answer is the
Oh, this is close.
Airheads. So I'm gonna go with the Totinos. I'm going with the Totinos.
I'm going with the Airheads at 33 cents a piece versus 24 cents.
Oh, was I supposed to be giving numbers for this?
No.
No. The Airheads are more expensive. So 6-pack is 99 cents. So singular is 17.
Wow.
And the pizza rolls are $5.69. So singular is 11 cents.
I doubled the price. I said $12 and $2.
I should be better at this because every time I go to the grocery store and I'm trying to determine what to buy of something, well, I'm comparing different, like we did in the main episode, but that they put the per item cost, this thing right here, they put it on the thing, and I obsess over that because it makes me feel like there is a right answer, and that's why I don't like going to the grocery store, honestly, is because everything I choose to buy is like my inner critic just goes nuts. Like, well, you gotta have a well-reasoned response, as if
Spork.com doesn't exist.
as if Spork.com doesn't exist, or like
For making a choice.
like Harris. He's gonna look over my shoulder. He's gonna teeter over my shoulder, and he's gonna be like, "Why did you choose that?" And I'll be like, "Well, I can give you a whole dissertation. Like this is the life I
So
live."
you don't You don't like to go to the grocery store and do a little shopping.
For that
because
reason.
Of that?
And that's the reason. I don't do it. I don't do it. Plus COVID.
Check out the newest episode of Best Friends Back, All Right, where Stevie and Nagin talk to experts and explore incredible topics. This is an incredible podcast.